Herodotus said this Egyptian building was bigger than every pyramid combined. It's never been found. In 450 BC, a Greek historian walked into an Egyptian building and said something extraordinary. He claimed it was bigger than every pyramid in Egypt combined. His name was Herodotus, and he rarely exaggerated without reason. He called it a labyrinth, a building with over 3,000 rooms. Half of those rooms, he said, were built entirely underground. No one, not even Herodotus, was allowed to see those lower chambers. He wasn't the only one to describe it. Roman writers saw it too, centuries later, and were just as stunned. The building stood near a vast lake in the Fayum, southwest of Cairo. Ancient writers placed it beside the shimmering waters of Lake Moeris. It stood next to the pyramid of a king named Amenemhat III. He ruled during Egypt's Middle Kingdom, almost 4,000 years ago. Amenemhat III was already famous for reshaping the land around his capital. But this building wasn't part of his pyramid. It stood beside it, a monument of its own. Historians believe it combined a temple, a palace, and a hall for the dead. A structure built for the living, the dead, and everyone in between. Herodotus said he walked through it himself and still couldn't describe all of it. Room after room, corridor after corridor, with no end in sight. He said the upper rooms alone left him speechless. But the lower level, the underground half, was sealed to outsiders. Priests alone were allowed to enter, guarding something inside. To this day, no one knows exactly what was down there. For centuries, the building stood as one of the most talked about wonders in the ancient world. Then, slowly, it started to disappear. Later, rulers needed stone for their own monuments. And this building had plenty of it. Block by block, it was quarried apart over hundreds of years. By the time the Romans wrote about it, only part of it still stood. Eventually, it vanished almost entirely, swallowed by sand and time. In the 1800s, archaeologists finally went looking for it. In 1888, a British excavator named Flinders Petrie began digging at the site. He was certain he'd find the remains of the legendary labyrinth. What he found instead was a massive stone platform and almost nothing else. Petrie described it simply as a great bed of chips. The legendary 3,000-room labyrinth appeared to be completely gone. All that remained was the foundation it once stood on. Today, only the crumbling core of Amenemhat III's pyramid still stands at the site. The labyrinth itself has never been found, not one confirmed room of it. But some researchers believe the story isn't over. Ground scanning surveys near the pyramid have hinted at structures still buried beneath the sand. No full excavation has ever confirmed what, if anything, is down there. The largest building the ancient world ever described might still be waiting underground. Herodotus never lied about the pyramids. Why would he lie about this? Somewhere beneath the Egyptian sand, the answer may still be buried. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe to support more history content.